So, as I said, I am currently in Zimbabwe and I've had an amazing week in Zambia. It was amazing. Now, the reason why I'm doing all this personally is because I want to make sure that whoever that wants to level up really level up. Myself being one of them. I mean, I want, the best for 2024. I hope we have that in common. And if you've realized is that this year is going so fast. I don't know why, but I think when you have goals, like days just pass you by just like that. But yeah, we want to have an amazing, day. You want to have an amazing week. You want to have an amazing month. By the time, we are getting to December, you're looking back and you're like, you know what? Thank God I've been able to show up for my business. Thank God I've been able to show up, you understand, for my team. Thank God I've been able to show up for my customers. And the goal, guys, the goal right now that we need to go for it is to level up. So I don't know where you were when you start the business. I know Gifter, you started the business just about yesterday or day before yesterday. And some of you have been in the business for, a month. Some of you have been in the business for 6 months, for a year, you understand? And wherever you are, if you started the business, let's say last month, I think the goal is to make sure that you are making sure that you are growing this month. Like every month, give yourself a target. Like last month, I did 1 CC. This month, I want to do 2. Or I did 1 CC. This month, I want to do 0.5. I did 4 CC. This month, I want to do 5. You understand? And in the team right now, we are celebrating each other when you do your 4 CC. Yes, we will. But then 5 CC is the thing. 5 CC is where we want to just do a little bit more than what we always do. Okay. So today, we went out with one of the leaders here in Zimbabwe, and we went out to do face-to-face marketing, where like that is prospecting, meeting people, and this is one of the ways that has been really helping me to connect with people because we do social media. 90% of my business on social media, but then I do also face to face where I go out and meet people. Sometimes it's intentional that I'm going out today to collect numbers, or sometimes I'm just going for shopping, or I've gone out to eat or whatever, and I'm still committed to say, like, you know what, today I'm going to meet 2 people, I'm going to meet 5 people, you understand? And this has been an amazing way to connect because you get to smile with people, you get to know how like they get to feel you and you get to feel them, you understand? Social media is amazing, beautiful, but then sometimes you need to have already built the relationship with those people. Now I just wanted to share with you before I go on, because this could be something that you can be doing every day and get yourself numbers for you to go and speak to people, for you to be able to level up. I thought I should be able to share with you what is it exactly that I tell people when I am going to face them. Okay, so before I even go to this, let me just say, if you're going to face people, if you're going to meet people and talk to them, it has to be professional, because you don't want your person to feel like, so this is how they do it. I mean, I don't want to do it. You understand? You want to make an impression to that person. So one is you need to always smile. I mean, I wear my smile all the time, all the time. And not just when I'm going for face-to-face marketing, but every time. I mean, I'm this person that is positive, I believe, and yeah, so that is one. But two is you have to make sure that you're looking good. Looking good does not mean expensive, but you're just looking good, you understand? So those are the two things I'll say. And of course, you have a choice. Good thing about face-to-face marketing is you have a choice of who you can meet. So don't worry about, like, what if they reject me? No, personally, I don't go for rejection. Before I meet someone, I smile to them. If they don't smile back, I don't share with them. Now my attitude towards what I do is that I have something important. I've got something that is life changing. I have something in my hands that is transformative. And so if I'm going to share with you, I want you to be a nice person. I want you to be, I don't want you to, just brush it off, because I know it's amazing. And so I choose. If you don't smile to me, I don't tell you. I will just pass you by. You understand? But if you smile to me, so that will telling me, like, that's a nice person. And that also minimizes chances of rejection, minimizes the chances of someone making me feel like, the way people or prospects can make you feel. So when I approach someone, I do mention this. Now, the red ones are the ones that are super important. It can be anyhow, but then the red ones, I feel like you always have to have them in your sentences. So, hi, nice meeting you. And I believe it is not by chance that our path crossed. I know we both do not have much time. let's say you this one is going this way, obviously you were having your own thing. Someone shouldn't feel like you're there to prospect. You should be busy, like you're also going to a mall or going to a certain shop. So I know we both do not have much time, but I please have 1 minute of your time? So I belong to a business community. Personally, I use business community so many times because once you stand on your own, when you say I'm doing a business, someone is already judging you by what they think a business should be. You understand? But when you say I belong to a business community, that's something new that most people wouldn't use. And that means most prospects have not heard about it. You understand? And it doesn't look like a prospecting, kind of a statement. But on top of that, people want to belong somewhere. You understand? So I belong to a business community that is focused with empowering. If it's a man, will be empowering men or women, empowering women mostly. And so my team and I, that is also important actually. So that someone feels like, okay, so it's a group of people. My team and I are committed to expanding it with more men or women who want more for this year. Sorry, who want more for this year. Sorry. And well, you smile back at me, and I thought you deserve to get this info. You deserve, guys. It means you're not begging. Okay. Are you open-minded to learn more? To learning more. Here is my business card. So now you also have to have business cards, guys. It's very important because you cannot say that and then you take your phone and say like, hey, give me your number. No, business card looks more professional. Why don't we connect on Instagram or WhatsApp? Then I share a 3-minute video. Then you decide if you want more info or not. Will this work for you? Okay, so 3-minute video, it is very important, and I highly recommend that you also create your own introduction video. Like I have one myself, and introduction video is simply who are you, what is it that you're doing apart from forever. So I work at a certain company. You don't even have to say the name of the company. I'm a student. I'm a whatever like that. However, I was actually looking for an extra income. So what is that you don't like, or what is that you like but made you look for another opportunity? Okay, so we do work, yes, but at the same time, the money is not enough. The salaries are not enough. We don't have time, So I personally did not have time, and I was looking for something extra to do. And I met someone on social media. There's a friend of mine. There's an aunt of mine. How did you meet forever? They introduced me to an exciting business opportunity, and I'm currently so very excited. You understand? I will write a script on that, but I highly recommend that you have a 3-minute video. Very important. Guys, when I'm connecting with you, please share, okay? Share a statement that tells me that you can still hear me, because I am in this hotel that I'm not sure if the network is as good. So I want to know that we are actually moving together. So this is the method that I always send, or I always say. In fact, I am so used to it in such a way it comes just automatically. You understand? On when I'm meeting people. When you go out and get a service, let's say you went to have a meal, at a restaurant, or you went whatever, like at the hospital, anywhere. You don't just leave there. I mean, if someone has given you a good service, you can say something like, hey, you know what? I like how you are, the attitude that you have, the smile that you're giving me, and thank you for your service. And I believe you will be very good in our business community. And right now we are looking forward into expanding in your area. And since you're serving me so very well, I think you can be very good. And so I want to share with you, or I would love for me to share with you more information about what we do. Simple as that. And I know that you're busy. I'm also rushing. Now, you do take numbers when you are leaving. So that someone doesn't ask you many questions like what business is that and all that. However, if you get that question, here is the reply. Because sometimes you can be prospecting and someone asks you like, so what do you do? Or there's what we call elevator pitch. Elevator pitch is like you have got a very small room to explain yourself with what you do. Now, when people are getting a question of what do you do? What business are you in? Don't go and start saying, oh, I do forever living. I'm into network marketing. Don't even say network marketing, because some people don't even understand what that is. Or someone thinks network marketing is pyramid scheme, So don't go and say that. Or don't go like, I'm I'm in this American company, whatever. Don't say that. The good reply on what do you do question, okay? What business are you with? What company do you work with? You understand? for me, plain is that you are solving a problem. You always have to think, what problem can this person want to hear? So let's say you met a young person and you're assuming this person is a student. You can go like, you know what? You know how youth are now looking for jobs that are nowhere to be found? That's a problem that people want to get off. You know, if it's a woman or anybody, this can work. You know how most people right now are struggling with finances? People right now are struggling with debt. People right now are looking forward into, you know, making an extra income. You understand? If it's a woman, you can be like, you know how most women are looking for that extra income because of the huge responsibilities that they carry or that we carry if you're a lady yourself. So what do you do? What we do in our business community is we mentor and coach each other. Business community, guys, so that someone knows that you're part of a bigger thing, okay? So what we do in our business community is we mentor and coach each other or people on how to start a business part-time without quitting their current commitments. Guys, if you say like this, you will make someone curious. You will make someone want to know more. Now, when you're replying to this, you have to make sure that you are rushing somewhere. Rushing in them, like they have to know that you are heading somewhere, like you don't have time with them. Because then you don't want to come, okay, so, you know, and start asking questions. No, you go right away. So, you know what? I need to hang up right now. I'm rushing somewhere actually, you know. So why don't we connect and plan for the right time to speak more? And then ask for the number. Here's my business card, or let me share with you my WhatsApp number, or let's connect on social media. You understand? That's how you do it. Do we understand? Did we get a reply on that? Does it make sense? Do I add value to you tonight? Okay, because this question is very common, and most of the time when people ask this question, they do make a mistake. Okay, so this is how, please, you can just screenshot that and all. Now, the goal, guys, is to level up. That's the goal. Okay, the goal is to level up. But then before we level up, I want us to do a bit of the business review. Now, this business review is for everyone, but I do have got a specific, because I've seen Linda and Gay, you have replied there. So we have got managers here. I've got a business review specifically for managers. So I'm going to share that. Linda, check me out. I'm going to share that also in the business groups, okay? In the managers groups. But now this is the business review for everyone, okay? One is that, what is your recruiting CC's goal? If you have been in the business for some time, I want you to go on your system and get to see the past 6 months, okay? From February, the past 6 months, how many CCs have you done from recruiting? Meaning the CCs that came, that, you know, from, you know, like there's that, we call them new distributor CCs. I want you to know how many they are. That is to say, how many people have you recruited for the past 6 months? It is important for you to know, because this number will determine if you are on a momentum, will determine if your business is going to grow or not. And you have to know it so that you can know the effort that you need to put in. And then I also need you to give yourself a target between now and end of the month. Who and how many people do you think you can recruit? 1, 2, 3. You understand? These 10 days, you have got 10 days, guys, 10 good days. In these 10 good days. And you know, end of the month is usually a good time to recruit, or it is usually a good time to sell. So it's, even if you have 0 right now, I can assure you by end of the month, you can have 1 person or 2 people joining your team. Directly to you, I mean. So that is one. I need to determine how many people you have recruited for the past 6 months. And then this month, in these 10 days, what is your goal? The second thing that you need you to do is for you to check your total CC last month. How many CCs did you do last month? What is your state of your business? Okay. And then I need you to set goal for the remaining 10 days. For the remaining 10 days, because I know usually beginning of the month, we do set our targets. We do do volume up. Now, by now, you know exactly where your business is. You know, if there are people that are say they're going to join probably right now, like, the state of your business. And if you don't see it moving as fast the way you wanted it to move at the beginning of the month, it is okay to adjust your goal. If you're saying, I'm going to do 30 cc's, and up until now you are 2 or 3, and you feel like it's going to be too much, I need you to set a new minimum, like a non-negotiable, but a new minimum. Non-negotiable, like, yes, I wanted 30, but 30 is not going to come. Now, my new non-negotiable goal for this month is 20. Set yourself a non-negotiable goal by end of the month. So I need you to check your total CC, because I need you to know, what are you running on? What are you running for? Is that enough for you to say, I'm going to go for manager the next 4 months? Guys, you can decide anything right now. And good thing is, when you decide, God always brings us the right people. You can recruit people. I mean, because you have just decided to not give up, you can recruit people that they're going to run with you. So I want you to know that anything is happening. Anything can happen. And then I need you to also write a date for finishing your 4cc this month, guys. Very important. Don't finish your 4cc on the last day of the month. And if you have that habit, then unfortunately, your team is gonna struggle. And also, not just that, I mean, you won't be able to have the courage to tell your team to finish their 4cc if you have not done with yours. Okay, and so it's a good time. And in South Africa and Tanzania, we do get recognitions, for people that are doing 4cc by the 17th. Okay, so it is important that you give yourself that target. There are people that are saying, like, the first week, I'm done with my 4cc. The second week, I'm done. Or the 15th, I'm done with my 4cc. What about you? What do you want to do? And then, are you going a little bit extra? Remember, last month we introduced 5cc as the goal for the team. Let's go a little bit extra. Let's go and, let's create an average. Sorry, going a little bit extra for your business, and that becomes a 5cc. Can you do that? Can you commit into doing 5cc? Because you can. Obviously, you can. And then, are you moving ranks? Which month? What is the next level that you're working on right now? Are you working on supervisor? Are you working on assistant manager? Working on manager? And which month is that? Because you have to be very clear and very specific on that. If you can't be able to decide this, or you can't be able to, create this goal, you can go to your manager and sit down with them and have, get to take a look at your business. Maybe you have a team, but your team is lagging behind. It's good to also get time and be able to plan with your manager. Which team incentives are you going for? Right now, the one that we have that is running is only Dubai. Okay, and that is to become a manager by June. Are you going for that? Because yes, you can. You definitely can. If you have a team, even one person, even if it's one person, learn to recognize their actions. You understand? So you can be having a group, or even if you don't have a group, but you know that your person or someone in your team has done 1, 2, 3. Just go to their inbox. Congratulations. Sometimes I go to people on Instagram, hey, congratulations for this and all that. Sometimes I go to their inboxes on WhatsApp. Sometimes I just reply on the messages, on the groups and all that. You understand? So it's very important that you also learn to, to recognize your team. If you have a team, who are your next move up? So here is you moving up. What are you going for? But remember, in our business is the supervisor business, meaning if you want to go to manager, you have to have people that are going for supervisor as well. You understand? So who are your next move ups? Who is your next supervisor? Who is your next manager? You understand? In your team for managers now. Now, track your daily mode of operation. Guys, it is super and highly important that you get to know what is that you're doing every day for your business. And that is why I've got a productivity manual. I highly recommend that you do have your productivity manual and you feel it. Or what I tell people is that most people, they might not even touch their business for the whole week. The whole week, someone has not touched their business. But with the productivity manual, if you say, like, from today, I'm going to commit with my productivity manual. Guys, even if I know you won't be able to follow it through and through. I don't as well sometimes. But I will tell you, if you do that at least 4 times a week, you will be far better in so many ways in your business. So I highly recommend that you do that. Okay. And then if you want to level up, I believe we have gotten that. I'm going to screenshot. I'm going to put that in the group as well. Now, when you want to level up, I want you to know that you need about 3 things. When you want to grow in your business, you need about 3 things. You need mindset, Okay. So growth needs three things, sorry. Mindset, the right mindset for your business. Growth needs skills for your business, and it also needs strategy. These are the three things that you will need when it comes to your growth. Now I'm gonna brush the two, but I'm gonna go on the third, which is strategy. Now the mindset is I'm gonna share with you what I shared with Zambia when I was there. If you're Zambia, then it's another time to get to understand this and get to hear more. But then one is to get to know when it comes to mindset of your business is yes, the attitude towards people that you're speaking to, the attitude towards your goals and all that. So knowing that, hey, it is my goal. I want to be able to achieve 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to take my kids to the better school. I want to be able to make this kind of money. I want to that and what. Like whatever goals are, whatever your goals are. I want you to also remember that it is also not about you. Like, for example, when you want to recruit, I love saying this, someone borrowed this mindset and it has really been serving me so very well. When I'm talking to someone about, or when you want to talk to someone about the business, you can think like, you know what, I'm going to approach this, I'm going to do this face-to-face contact marketing today because I want to recruit, but the reason I want to recruit is because I want to become a manager. Good goal. The reason I want to recruit is because I'll be getting about 1,400 every month, sorry, as a once-off bonus. That's a good goal. However, you will have a bit of hesitation if the goal is about you. Most of the time, you will be able to do what you need to do if your intentions are about another person. And if you make a mistake, or if someone says no, that I'm not interested, but at least you did not intend that to be for you. You were intending that to be for that person. Intentions always is the best thing. So always check your intentions. You understand? So when you go and approach someone about the business, but your intentions and your mindset towards that is that I want this person to be able to get to know about forever because they'll be able to take their kids to the best school, because they will be able to travel the world, because they will be able to make an extra income, because this person, you understand, the attitude towards that makes a whole difference when it comes to even to your courage into telling them about the business, courage into doing the face-to-face marketing, courage into doing what you need to do. So it's not about you guys as much as it is, but it's also about another person. And then attitude towards or mindset, it's all about also getting to know that work as an entrepreneur is different. They compared this. I was actually listening to one of the videos, and I'll tell you, it made a lot of sense that the employee thinking, for example, when it comes to work, is that I will work Monday to Friday. After that, I'm celebrating that it's weekend right now, and I'm gonna be able to do my own things. That's an employee thinking. You understand? Like, I want to get off work. I want to get off this. I want to be doing my own thing and all that. But as an entrepreneur, work, for us forever business owners, work is not that. Work is a part of our life. But then for us, work is every day, and on top of that, work, when you say I'm working towards my business, we actually mean making an impact to someone else. Work for us means making a difference in people's lives. Work for us meaning is about making the world a better place. That is work for us. And so why would you want to run away from that? Why would you want to do that partially? Why would you want to do that, bit by bit? Why wouldn't you want to do more of that? You understand? But on top of that, when it comes to entrepreneurs, if you're not getting the support, you create the support. You become the support. You understand? Unlike, an employee, I'm going to work and I need to be paid. If you don't pay me, then I'm not surviving. I'm not going to work. I'm not going to come to work. With entrepreneurship, then obviously it will come a time that you will be building your business without having not so much to see. But you just need to keep doing what you need to do. And with time, you will eventually be making more than what you can ever imagine. Now, when it comes to support, then you need to become a leader and step up. Because yes, as much as we have got trainings and all that, there's your pro sponsors and your managers and all that, they might not be enough to give you what you need, especially if you're someone that wants to run fast. Now, if you want to run fast, guys, don't wait for your manager. Don't wait for your supervisor. Don't wait for the team training. You can go to YouTube, start looking for, if I can mention with you some names that you can be able to go to and start learning on your own. There's so much information. So you go, get the information, and then you become the support that the team needs instead of you waiting. As an entrepreneur, you don't wait. You keep doing what you need. I remember I did my first meeting as an assistant supervisor. And I came back. In fact, I traveled to another region for that meeting. And I came back with 6 case credits. I was told my sponsor, my upline said, if I'm not coming, I'm sorry, what. But of course, she knew that I was ready to start doing my own meetings. But I wasn't ready. But I did not say, like, let me get off because she's not coming. Let me just, No, I said, let me go. I did that meeting sweating. But I came back with 6 case credits. 3 people joined right away. That is how you think as an entrepreneur. And if you want to build your business to success, guys, you need to be obsessed. I am obsessed with what I do. I'm having this fire within me. Like I'm having, the passion that I've been able to create is incredible. And guys, I've not created this passion or obsession now. No. Maybe you have just joined the business now. But I've always had this obsession. I've always loved what I do. I'm always passionate. I always think about how can I grow in this business? How can I? Guys, you can build your business without obsession. You can still make money here and there, but you will not be able to get to the top if you're not obsessed. So, as you're building your business, you need to learn your business enough for you to know that this is it. You have to get to the point to know that this is it, and not by someone telling you, not by the training, but by you finding that information, by you getting a lot of personal development. Listen, watch, read, get that obsession, get to know that this is it. This is it. And of course, we work. Like, seriously. When you talk about productivity manual, that is work. You need to call your people, you need to check your team, you need to check on your customers, you need to collect new numbers, you need to send videos, or literally, you need to follow up and all that. But of course, one thing is confidence. Guys, I like this. Even if you don't have much skill, I'm not saying you should lie or anything, and you shouldn't lie, because in our team, we build the business with integrity. However, confidence will help you build your business, even if you don't have much to show for it, even if you don't have skills enough and all that, because confidence can just come with can just appear, not just on the presentation. Confidence can just be on the making calls. Like, you're confident on your making call, on your call that you're making. You understand? Like, just show that you know what you're doing as you're learning the business. Don't be easy for someone to know, like, no, she doesn't know, or he doesn't know what he's doing or she's doing. You understand? So that's on mindset. But on top of that, it is also very important that we guard our minds. And so for me, I think you've seen this slide many times, because honestly, what has been helping me to build my business and to stay on course is to personally speak to myself. As a leader, there's so much that will be happening. As a forever business owner, there's so much that will be happening. So much. I'm not scaring you. No, I mean, like, you're having your own life, you're having all these things going on, and there's still a business to run. You'll be talking to people, some people not agree to what you're saying, there's rejection and all that. There's goals that you'll be setting, and sometimes you're not achieving your goals and all that. Now, coming to when you're becoming a leader, you're having a team, there are mistakes that you'll make. Obviously, as a human being, you understand. So you doubt yourself and all that, but positive self-talk, positive way of looking at yourself is important. So you can create yourself short messages, short sentences that can be helping you to tell yourself until, like, there's one statement that I'm telling myself every day right now. I'm not gonna say it because it's a bit personal, but I've got to think about 3 of them, because those are the things that I want to see in myself. You understand? And so, what is it that you want? Say that. You want to become a manager, say it as many times as possible. Make sure that it is getting in your mind and in your head all the time. And positive self talk is magical. Like, right, it's an instant, when you're negative or you're having a negative thought, and then when you are able, because this is something that you have to develop, and when you are able to, replace that thought with a positive one, you get the energy right there. Now, when it comes to skills, here are the skills that you need to learn. When it comes to your business, I'm just going to mention them, and so you can take a screenshot. One is you need to know how to prospect. There's a video on that. There's a video on invitation. There's so much information that you can be able to get on all this. You understand? So prospecting, invitation, presenting, follow up. So you can just go, and the one person that I'll recommend that you go to be learning is is Eric War. Probably some of you know this. So Eric War, I need you to check on Jim Rohn. These are the people that I always Jane Leach. This is one lady that will teach about forever and how to build your forever business. And then there's Enos Salema. And then there's Forever UK. And then there's Fraser Brooks, if you want to learn about business. Fraser Brooks, about building the business online. Okay, so there, I would highly recommend that you be taking your time into learning this, and you can just go and say prospecting Eric War, invitation Eric War, or presenting like that, Enos Salema. I'm sure you can be getting a lot of information on that, and be taking your time and learn. And then the one is handling rejection and solving challenges. So yeah, this is what you need to learn. Now, when it comes to strategy, the goal is obviously, if you are in the business right now, the goal is supervisor and manager. Let's talk about supervisor and manager. Okay, this is what we want. This is what we want. Can I see people that are not supervisors? Right, supervisor if that is your goal, and right, manager if manager is your goal. So that means manager, it means you are a supervisor and above. If you are not a supervisor, please write supervisor. Don't send the messages direct to me. Check where you're sending your messages. Send the messages to the group, okay? To the meeting, right? So the goal is to get to supervisor, and goal is to get to manager. So I'm sure you've already seen yourself here, and you should, between now and the next 3 months, for example. Now we are in March. So there's March, April, and May. If you're not a supervisor, give yourself a target to get to supervisor by May latest. But you can still create a base if you want. You can still create a base for supervisor between now and end of the month. We have got 10 days, guys. 10 good days. You can definitely be able to do it. I can see here supervisor, manager, supervisor, perfect. Awesome. All right. Perfect. Okay, so you can definitely create yourself a goal. Now, if you are already a supervisor and you want to go to manager, the goal is to have as many supervisors in your team. So it's important that you are able to identify who are your next upcoming supervisor. Who are your next upcoming supervisors? You understand? Because that's how you're going to go to manager. Manager is by creating other people and helping them become supervisors. How many are they? So if you're a manager already, then the goal is go to ego manager. And again, it's the same, is to create supervisors. So this is a supervisor building business. Okay. So at any time T, you just need to make sure that you are going, or you're having someone becoming a supervisor. And number one strategy is checking on who is doing 4CC. Or if that is you and you're going to supervisor, then the number one goal for yourself is making sure that you're smashing your 4CC early. If you want to become a supervisor, okay, you need to create a base. Let's say you want to become a supervisor in 2 months. You need to create a base. And a base is for me, a base is between 8 to 10 cc's, okay? 7, 8, 10 cc's there. Now, if you do your 4CC end of the month, how are you going to get to the 7 cc's? How are you going to get to 8 cc's? So for me, number one strategy to build a business, Rolf Kip said, if I'm going to show you how to build a business, the one strategy is 4CC. It's just knowing what a 4CC is and how to do your 4CC. That's it. And it is as simple as that. 4CC is where you're doing your 1CC personally in your name. And that is non-negotiable, because Forever is assuming that you're already doing, you're already using your own products, and then you're also serving other people by retailing the products to them. Okay, so that is 1cc. And then the other 3cc's can come from you. Okay, so 1cc has to come from you, but the other 3 can come from you as well, or they can come from people that you're going to recruit. Sorry about this. They can come from people that you're going to recruit. So let's say you have recruited 2 people of 2cc, 2cc, combo, right? That's already 4cc. But Forever doesn't count it as 4cc until you do your 1cc. So you'll have to end up doing what? 5cc. Okay. But it's important that you do your 4cc, not only because you're going to be making money, but when you say you're going to go to supervisor and you need to have 3 to 5 people, we mean 3 to 5 people that are doing 4cc, not just 3 people that joined the business. No, who are doing 4cc. So you plus 2 other people. If you do 4 and the 2 other people are doing 4, that is already 12. Next month you do the same, you're already at 25. That's a strategy to get yourself to supervisor. If you're creating supervisor for you to go manager, that is what we need. So from now onwards, guys, if you're in the business, and even if you're new, for example, let me see if Gifter is still here. Gifter, you still here? Gifter, you started the business. I can see you now. Perfect. Gifter, you started the business, and about 2 days ago, you must commit into doing your 4cc because you already have got 2cc under your name from your combo. Then committing to making sure that before end of the month, you have got maybe 1 person join your business or 2 people, and you can even create a base. So if you're new here and you started the business, let's say in March, don't say like, I'm just new. You're not new. You can still make it happen. You don't have to wait until you're in 6 months in the business for you to start running with your business. We can start still talking to your people right now. You can go to your manager and set activities with them on Sunday, guys. Every Sunday, whether there's a poster or there's no poster, every Sunday at 7 p.m. we have got an English business presentation. So you can start inviting people for that. We have been having these events in Zambia here. We've been having events on Zoom. Every time you see that opportunity, guys, to get your people presented the opportunity, use that opportunity, invite. Don't wait until it is so promoted, until we talked about it and all that. Use it because you need to build your business. 4cc is the goal, guys. Now in our team, 4cc is good, but 5cc is what we are talking about. So go and do your 5cc, guys. Go and do your 5cc, Now, the power of 4cc is incredible. That is what I just said. If you can be able to make sure you're using the products yourself, guys, it is important. Today we had a meeting here, and Yayani, I don't know if she is here in this meeting, but she shared with us how she got pregnant because of the products. And imagine when she used the products, she was already giving up with the business because she thought it's difficult. But then the minute the products work for her, the berry nectar and some other product, the minute they work for her, she's now pregnant. She was like, these products work. It gave her so much courage. Yesterday, she sold $100 worth of product, $100 worth of products. And so she's so happy. She's working, yes, but building the business on the side, and she's so using the products. So get to see what products are you using and how can you increase that consumption. That will help you in retailing. But on top of that, you need to make sure that you are recruiting at least 1 people, guys, 1 person. Get to that commitment. Give yourself that commitment, saying like, I want to make sure that I am recruiting at least 1 person. Oh, Gifter has 1 person joined under her today. Oh, wow. Congratulations, Gifter. Now go supervise as soon as possible. Don't wait. Go supervise as soon as possible. You understand? So you need to make sure that you're planning, you're working on it. You're recruiting, you're tracking your activities, you're speaking positive about yourself. If you want to go to supervisor, if you want to go manager, guys, you also need to start thinking as a leader. You don't know. As I said, you don't want to wait for your people, for your managers or anything, and change your association. There are people that we listen to. Look, are they helping you out? They can be Forever business owners, but then you need to check, what do they talk about all the time? Do they talk about people? Do they talk about other leaders? Do they talk about, you just need to be able to identify what are the good habits. If you're not happy about them, or even if sometimes that it's not good, but you just do things, change your association. Now, if you want to go to manager or even supervisor, if you want to level up, let me say, This is one thing that I think will help you out because it has worked. So, you know, when we say like, let's send 50 videos challenge today, we're sending 50 videos. That is one big, you know, like you go big on activities. Can you identify what activities you want to go to? And mostly should be the activities that are on your productivity manual. Okay. So you're going to say like, you know what, this week, I'm going to call 10 people without failure. Maybe you're always calling 2, or maybe sometimes you don't call. But I'm gonna call 10 people without failure. I'm gonna text 20 messages or 30 messages on Instagram for the next 1 week, but it has to be a short period of time. I'm gonna go prospecting every single day and make sure that I'm coming back with 10 new numbers. What activity that you think will help you grow your business as soon as possible will bring an impact that you're looking for? So you go big on your activity for a short period of time. Why short period of time? It's because when it's short period of time, it is easy for your mind to accept it and say, you know what, it's just 7 days, it's just 6 days, 5 days to go, 1 day to go. And like if you create a big goal for a long time, your mind will be like, there's tomorrow. Then we start procrastinating. You understand? So like now we have got 10 days. And let's say there's a goal that you want to go for. Guys, you can choose an activity that you want to go hard on. And if you have a team, you can also involve them on that. You understand? And go for that. So this is one. Second is communicate and work with your sponsor closely. I don't have to insist on this. I believe we are good on this part. So you can increase that. And then I'm going to highly recommend that we do product launches. Congratulations to everybody that have been doing product launches, guys. I mean, I know Team South Africa is doing now very, very consistently. I've seen product launches going on. Namibia as well. Some of you are doing it. Let's increase. Guys, my request is that when we are starting the week, ask yourself, what activities am I going to do on Saturday and Sunday? Because weekends is the time that our prospects and customers are available. So don't let your weekend empty. And remember, what we also do is that even if you don't know how to present, you can have your supervisor or your manager create a Zoom link for you. You can have your people around you, and then your manager or supervisor is doing a Zoom where your people are listening on Zoom by using your device. Because sometimes when you tell people like, oh, okay, you can join Zoom, people don't join, or they join and then they leave the Zoom and then you assume that someone has joined. But then when you're sitting down with them around and they're listening, they're with you, listening to the Zoom on your device. And remember, it's going to be on afternoon, so people can come. You can just buy them drinks and all that. But make sure that you're having something going on every weekend, guys. Can you imagine if you have got 20 people, 20 events, 20 meetings, going on, 30 meetings going on. Everybody's having 2 people here, 3 people, 10 people here, 50 people here. I mean, that's the massive and the level that we want to go. It's time to level up, guys. We need to challenge each other into making sure that we're doing what we need to do. So that's another thing. And of course, fill in your productivity manual. If you don't have this book, guys, this book, I'm not promoting to sell. That is why, in fact, I'm promoting it a lot. Because if the intention was for me to sell, I'll be feeling bad about it. But I'm not promoting this to sell. Guys, I'm promoting this because it is going to change your business. I know people do not sometimes even touch their business at all. But once you have this book and you say, I'm going to commit into making sure that I'm filling my productivity manual at least 4 times in a week, you will be recruiting, you will be selling, your team will be escalating. I know that. So that's another thing. But most importantly, guys, is do more personal development. Get to do more personal development. You understand? Do more personal development. Like read for 15 minutes, learn for 15 minutes, like there's a list of books, there's a list of, there's a lot out there that you can be able to do. And then now, don't just read, practice, learn and do what you have learned. Even today that we are in this meeting, I'm highly recommending that you also go out and do what you need to do, guys. So let's learn the business. Let's keep doing what we need to do, And then if you want to go for manager, I remember I did record a video on this, Most managers that I remember how they did it and they made it to managing the team is that they recruited consistently for at least 3 months. That's what they did. between 4 to 5 people in a month. They recruited 4 to 5 people every single month for at least 3 months. If you want to go manager, that's what you need to do. This is the secret you have been looking for consistently. No, meaning you can't be having a team, but it has to come a time that you know where you're going to prioritize your time. And your time has to be going to your prospects in making sure that you're recruiting new people. You heard Gifta started the business in 2 days, 3 days. She's new person in the business, but she's already recruited one person. So if you stop recruiting, you will miss people like Gifta. You'll miss people like like there's a lady who joined the business, and within about 3 or 4 days, she recruited 3 people. So that means within 4 days, she already have 8 CCs. So sometimes we sit down and feel like, oh, my business, my team, my wara, like we complain. Guys, the time you're using to complain and think about your team and feel bad about it, feel bad about people that are not doing what they need to do, guys, you are the one who wants to go manager, not your team. You're the one who wants to go manager. Now, if that is what you need, guys, you gotta go out there and recruit massively. That's what you need. 4 people to 5 people every single month. Now, let me tell you one more thing. Of every 5 people in your team, there'll be one key person. So when you go to your when you go to your first steps to manager and they say you need to have 5 key people, they don't mean you recruit 5 people. They mean you recruit 25 people. Every 5 people is when you can get one key person. That's how you're going to go manager, guys. You can't go manager with the team that you have and you know it. So you need to go hard on your activities. You need to go hard on what you need to do. Now, I'm going to finish with this cycle because I've got because I see there's time is finished. I think I started by about 7:07. Okay, so you need to go hard on your recruitment. That is another thing that you need to do when it comes to strategy. Now, there's this business building cycle. This cycle, I thought I should share that with you because I've realized actually this when I was in Zambia. There's a lady who told me like, Vero, I speak to so many people. And I was like, what? And what is that you tell them? She was like, no, I tell them about the business. I'm like, how do you tell them? And then she said, you know what? I'll call them and they'll be like, I'll start explaining the business. I was like, you can be doing a lot of that, but you will never recruit. Why? Because you are not going through the cycle. Guys, what I'm going to share with you right now is very crucial, extremely crucial. Who do you know list? 1, if you are in this meeting, I highly recommend that you have your list of people that you're going to be speaking to. Now, you could have been in the business for 6 months, 1 year, and maybe you've already, feel like you've exhausted your list of names. Who do you know list is a list of names. You could feel like I've spoken to everybody, but I can assure you that you have not. You have not spoken to everyone. And now, when I want to restart my business, when I want to say, like, I'm going to level up, when I do that, first thing, actually do 2 things. One is I write a list of names. I rewrite a list of names. I keep saying that every time because that's what I do. So maybe you have heard me so many times saying that, but I know this works. So if you've been in the business for some time, I'm highly recommending you that you go sit down and write that list again. You can go through your old list, check who have you spoken, and trust me, you will find people that you have already spoken to, but you did not follow up. And they will remind you like, okay, you will be reminded that I need to check on this person. Go to your phone book, check on who you're gonna check. Go from A to Z, you'll find people that you collected their numbers you never even contacted. That will give you the excitement. If you're new, I highly recommend that you also write your list of names, at least 200 names. Now, you might tell me, Vero, I don't know people and all that. But I will tell you one thing, is that everybody knows people. It's just that you're judging them. But there's a video that I keep talking about it. I don't know. Every time you've heard me talking about this video, I don't know if you have ever taken time and watched this, but the video is called How to Never Run Out of Prospects by Jane Leach. I highly recommend that you do that. So write your who do you know list, your family, your friends, everybody, write them. And then the second thing that you need to do is you need to contact them. Okay, contacting. Now, here is why I thought I needed to bring this one up to you. Now, when it comes to contacting, There is where people present or show. Contacting is different from showing. Contacting is where you're making a call. Hi, this is Veronica. Do you have a minute? And then you have this script that I'm sharing right now. The one that I'm taking from my head, it is on your first steps to manager. So be like, hi, this is Veronica. Do you have a minute? Oh, okay. The reason why I'm calling you is because I have started, or I'm part of a business community right now, and we're expanding our business. And I know you have goals for 2024, and you're a very open-minded person. So I thought of you. I'm not sure if what I'm going to share with you is going to be, it's something that you want or not. You understand? But why don't we catch up? Why don't I send you a video? Why don't I invite you for a Zoom meeting? Why don't we meet over a cup of coffee? And then you can be able to talk about it. How is Friday evening, or what about your Sunday evening? Which one is best for you? You give them two choices of the days, because the minute you give them two choices, that means you're playing with their psychology. It's when you give someone two choices, it's easy for someone to choose one. But if you give them one choice, it means they can simply say, no, I'm not available. You understand? So, hi, this is Veronica. Do you have a minute there? So guys, like I've started a business. I've started a business. I'm so very excited. I'm part of a business community, and right now we're expanding. And I know that you have a goal for 2024, and you are a very open-minded person, as much as I know. And so I want to share this with you. I'm not sure if it's gonna work for you or not. But why don't we catch up with a cup of coffee? Why don't I invite you for a Zoom meeting? Why don't I, either Friday evening, or like that? You get? That is contacting. So contacting is not presenting. It's not like, hi, you know what? After that forever, it's in 167 countries, you're into aloe vera company, and you start talking about the business. No, that is not nothing about the business. You're gonna stay on the contacting. And then when they meet you, or when they want to get the information, that is when you're showing them. So showing them could be you meeting them over a cup of coffee, inviting them for a Zoom, or it could be you, sharing with them a video, but that is showing. Now, even before sharing the video, you will already have to make sure that you are sending them it's a number of questions, about 4 questions I'm going to share with you now. And then after that is when someone has watched the video, make sure that you're also inviting them for a business presentation. If there's a physical business presentation in your area, make sure they're attending. If there's a Zoom meeting that is bigger than what you have shared with them, then make sure that they're also attending them. So they're also attending. So you need to be making sure that you're writing. That's why it's important that you have your productivity manual. And then take action. Action is like, they have joined the business, and then after that you sit down, and then they start working on their business. You understand? That is what we call a forever business cycle. And for you to go through the business cycle, you have to know exactly why you're doing what you're doing. You have to always, remind yourself why you're doing forever. What are your goals? Because it is not easy for you to do what you need to do every day in the business. But here's the one statement that I like on this one. It's saying success is of the essence and recruiting is essential. Guys, when you're building the business, don't take too much time. As in, if you need to do 5 calls, do those 5 calls. If you need to do 10 calls, do what you need to do. Like, don't wait, don't procrastinate. There's one 5 a.m. session that I attended. Just about it's like he was sharing. He was saying, you know what, we are not getting any younger. It is true, we're not getting any younger. If you're in this business, guys, you don't have time. You have to achieve those goals as fast as possible. Important. So do speak to the people. If you're you are doing the business part-time, you need to contact 2 to 5 people a day. If you're building the business full-time, at least 10 contacts a day. Guys, you can also create a voice note. For example, what I've just shared with you right now. Hi, this is Veronica. I'm just passing by, and just to okay. So this is a voice note. You can be like, hey, this is Veronica, and the reason why I'm sending you this is because I believe you have a goal for 2024, and I know that you're a very open-minded person. Now, I'm rushing somewhere. That's why I'm actually sending you a voice note. So I'm part of the business community that we're currently expanding, and I thought I should invite you to take a look at that. I'm not sure if it's going to be good for you or not, but why don't we either, catch up with a cup of coffee, or can I invite you for a Zoom meeting, or, can I send you a video? And so you see, That is a voice note, and you're sending it as if you're sending to one person. But then you can be waking up in the morning and just say, "Hi, Esther," you know, "Hi, Canisia," "Hi, Gifter." You understand? And then after that, after writing the name to make it more specific or to make it to personalize it, after just saying that message, that's one where you're mentioning the name, and then you're sending it to everyone. You can do that to 10 people in a day without even calling them. And they will listen, and some of them will reply. Is it a good strategy? Of course it is. So voice notes can actually work very well because they're still listening to your energy, they're still listening to you. But make sure that if it's a voice note that you're going to be using many times, is that make sure that the energy is enough. You are giving people the energy because you don't want to be speaking too slowly, guys, or with a low voice, or like as if you're tired. So when you're doing this, or even when you're making calls, make sure that you're standing, you're moving around and all that. Okay, I'm gonna finish now. When it comes to recruiting, there are people that we say they don't recruit because they don't know how. And this is mostly people that they have just started the business. So the one thing that you need to do is you need to learn the business. I've just mentioned with you, mentioned you for you the skills that you need to learn. So you can keep on attending trainings. You can obviously use your sponsors and managers. That's why I said communicate with them, because they can be able to help you do the one-to-ones and Zoom meetings for you until you know how. But there are people that know, but they fear. So it can be you as well, that you know what you need to do and you know how to do it, but you just fear. The most important is change your mindset. When you're going to approach someone, what do you think? It has to be about them. Once you start thinking that it's about this person, as I said before, then obviously you're going to be doing more. But there are people, and this is many people are inconsistent. Like you're doing 5 calls today, tomorrow you're not touching your business every week, and the whole week, there's no way you're going to recruit, guys. This has to be an ongoing thing every single day. And so it's important that you keep learning the business, you keep talking positive about yourself, talking positive about the business, talking positive about your team and all that, And so let's go out and meet a lot of people. But of course, we need to make sure that if you have got customers right now, that they've been buying products from you, give them an opportunity to understand the business, because you don't know. Because if they love the products, when we were in Zambia, there's a guy who came and he had already bought the products twice, and he's going to join the business because the lady invited her to the meeting. He invited him to the meeting. So they can be customers that they will join under you, but because you're going to share with them the opportunity. And then, of course, we can use social media as well. Okay. So when it comes to prospecting, I'm not going to go through this, but this is message that I've shared with you. I'm going to send that. Now, I want to finish with this one. When you want to send a video, because maybe this is something that immediately you will need to do, before sending someone a video link, because this is a very easy way to share the opportunity with you. There are questions that you need to ask them. One is, and you can ask one question after another. The first question is, if I send it to you, so you have already called them, and you have given an option, and they said, I want you to send me a video. Then you go ahead into asking this question. So if I send it to you, will you watch it? They will say yes, obviously. So you're just looking for commitment, because then you don't want to be just doing the activity of sending videos and then people do not watch. You can say, like, I'm sending a lot, but people don't watch. Yes, it's an activity, but then it's not as productive. So one is they have to agree that they're going to watch, and then identify the time of the video, the length. So it's 40 minutes. If I send it to you, will you watch? Then they will say yes, obviously. Then the last one will be like, if I send it to you now, what time will you be done watching? You understand? So take note of that and come and call them or text them by the time that they say they're gonna watch. Now, on your productivity manual, you're gonna be having this blank here where you're supposed to be sending or to be writing it, that people have been able to watch, people that they have been able to watch the videos. So you can be able to write that list for yourself and make sure that you're following it up. You understand? Okay, so you write it. Okay, so that you can know which people that you've been able to send. Now, I've got one magic question. Even when invitation or anything, if I invite you, would you come? If I send to you, would you watch? If I share with you, would you understand? This message, this question always is a yes as a reply. Always. So when you're inviting someone, when you want someone to take a look at your products, you'll be like, if I share with you the product that we have, will you want to try them? It always works. And then the magic statement for me, it is not by chance. Guys, it is not by chance that we are spending this evening tonight, this evening together. And I do believe that you have been able to get impacted. I do believe that you got value from this. And I do believe that you're going to put in the work that is required of you. So yeah, it is not by chance that we are in our community together. I mean, you have been part of Team Unstoppable, and my commitment is to make sure that you are getting what you need to build your business. Guys, let's go out there and change as many people's lives. Let's go out there and share this opportunity with as many people as possible, and let's go there and change our own lives, our own situation, for us, for our kids. Let's make sure that we are going out there and we're doing what we need to do to have an amazing March. We have got 10 days to go, and these 10 days are a lot in making sure that you are recruiting those people, make sure that you are you are retailing the products, making sure that you're making money as a 4cc, 5cc qualifier. You can simply create a base for supervisor this month, even if you're at zero right now. So you just need to have a positive attitude towards your business, towards yourself. You just need to, you just need to believe in yourself and just go do what you need to do. And one last thing, I want to remind you that you are unstoppable. I want to remind you that you're powerful. I want to remind you that you are amazing. You're a winner. And you can do absolutely anything and become anything that you want to become. I wish you all great success as we're closing this week, as we're starting the weekend, which is supposed to be very productive. So if you don't have any activity over the weekend, create that activity now. You can invite people to the events that you already have, and let's have an amazing, the last day, the 10 days of March. Thank you guys very much.